who is this man? 6'5". I'm
He's
like,
so tall.
This guy is awful. I hate him. Hated him.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Here for the Right Reasons, Us Weekly's Bachelor podcast. I am your host, Sarah Heron, and I am live and in studio drinking an espresso martini made by the one and only Johnny DePhillipo. Johnny, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
If you guys can't see us, we are sitting in the new Us Weekly studio with these espresso martinis that Johnny just made. If you somehow don't remember, Johnny was, of course, on season 19 of The Bachelorette, season 8 of Bachelor in Paradise, and we're gonna dive into some of that, and we're also gonna talk about what you've been up to now, right, Johnny?
Yeah, let's do it.
So let's start with this espresso martini that
Please.
we just made, and you can watch the video on Us Weekly's YouTube channel. Tell me a little bit about what you've been up to bartending in South Jersey.
Yeah, so recently I kind of came back to South Jersey. Wasn't really by choice per se, but my grandfather's sick. He has Parkinson's, so he's kind of like the glue to our family, and I don't know how much longer he has. So I decided to kind of pick up and come here for a couple months, and there was a local kind of cafe bar that was hiring, and I knew them, and I've been bartending forever, so I decided to bartend for the summer, and that's what I've been doing for the past 2-3 months, and I'm loving it.
You're loving it. What do you love about it?
Just meeting people and making drinks and I don't know, it's just my scene, it's my tempo, and it's kind of what I've always done, so I enjoy it a lot.
Would you say the espresso martini is a popular drink order
Oh my
these
God,
days?
do you know how many espresso martinis people make now? It's ridiculous.
It's crazy.
It's ridiculous.
And I love an espresso martini, but if you have more than one, sometimes you regret it.
Yeah, it's true. I'm like max 4, maybe 5.
4 in one night?
I'm a big dude.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you said your nickname was Johnny Coffee,
Johnny
which I didn't
Coffee,
know.
yeah,
They called you that on the show?
No, they didn't. It's my grandfather calls me.
Aw.
Yeah, so I'm always drinking coffee.
So can you drink coffee from AM to PM?
I had about 6 cups before. I know, it's ridiculous.
6, wow.
I have an issue.
We're going to get good tea out of you because
No,
you're all
not.
hyped up.
No, you're not.
Okay, so let's go back to the beginning a little bit. Just take me back. How did a guy like you end up on The Bachelorette?
On the show? Yeah. So it's funny. I actually didn't apply. It was not my choice. But I had one of my best friend. He went out one night, and he decided to go home, get on his computer, and submit me to The Bachelorette. Don't know why. I think at the time I was going through a breakup, and he was kind of over it. And he was like, "You need to, sack up and go do something." So he signed me up, and I was in paramedic school at the time, and I was sitting at my desk, and I got an email, and it said, "This is ABC Bachelorette. This is the casting, whatever. We want to cast you." And I was like, "This is not real."
This is spam.
I think I sent back like, "This is not real. Leave me alone." And I sent a screenshot to my friends, and they were like, "Dude, this is insane. I can't believe they got back to you." So that started the whole journey. I just went through the process thinking nothing of it. Ended up getting chosen like a week before we started filming.
Wow.
Yeah.
What do you remember about finding out that it was both Gabby and Rachel as the co-leads for the first time they kind of did that? I know they did it a little bit a couple years ago, but it was like the first time they were having them the whole time.
I was shocked. It was a crazy moment because you're just sitting there watching the TV and they're telling you like, all right, it's gonna happen now. Like, let's see how you react. And they're like, oh, if there's 2 of them, and you're like, well, what am I supposed to do now? I
Right.
have 2 girlfriends.
You have 2 girlfriends.
I have 2 girlfriends. So
Going in, were you like, I'm a Gabby guy, or were you like, gotta meet him, or were you like, I'm
Yeah.
a Rachel guy? What were you thinking?
I think I'm more like who I connect with. Looks are, obviously attraction's a thing, but like it's all about how you bond, and that's how it was with Gabby too. As soon as we started talking, I was like, okay, I think Gabby, is gonna be my person. But yeah, no, I was going into it just let me meet them first and figure it out.
When I put you back there in that mansion and on that journey, what's the first thing that pops into your head?
This is a good one.
Can you say?
Yeah, no. The first thing that pops in my head, Eric.
Eric.
Yeah, Eric.
Is he your boy?
He's my boy. But a funny story. So when we were in the hotel before filming, he was the first person I saw out of everyone, and he would through the hole of the door, the peephole.
Yeah.
Because you're always curious, like, what other guys are here?
Totally.
And I would look out my door, and I'd see him put his food down. I'm like, who is this man? 6'5". I'm
He's
like,
so tall.
This guy is awful. I hate him. Hated him. And then I met him the first night. I'm like, this is the coolest dude ever. We just hung out ever since.
When did you know Gabby was gonna pick Eric? Because sometimes I hear these stories about like when you guys start to travel, and then you're like, oh, you can see maybe they sneak extra time, or maybe they like.
It was hard to tell. I mean, I feel like Gabby's side really had, she had good connections with everyone, and she got along with everybody. So it was hard to tell. you know, I don't know.
It was a little less obvious than the Tino Rachel.
Yeah.
That was a pretty early call.
Yeah. No, ours was difficult. I think we all had a really good time too. We all had a great connection.
Was the worst part the cruise ship?
The cruise ship was awesome.
The cruise ship was awesome.
I loved
Okay.
it.
Okay, I don't know.
So
that's an interesting one to have
the
to do.
thing about me is I never really I enjoyed I think every bit of it because realistically we were just traveling and having a good time. So I mean, yeah, I don't know. There's nothing that was awful. I mean, besides filming all the time.
Right, you're just tired.
You're just tired, but it was a fun time.
Did you make drinks for the guys? Were you allowed to do that?
I wasn't. No,
You weren't?
I wanted to so bad because we had a bar and stuff on the boat, but yeah, no, they had bartenders and everything.
Bartender specific rules.
Yeah.
Were you surprised when Gabby and Eric, maybe went their separate ways not too long after that show aired?
I was, honestly. I was a little shocked. They had a great connection, even after, too. Because as soon as I got off of Paradise, I was talking to Eric about, how me and Victoria, and he would talk to me about Gabby, and they just seemed really good. So I was surprised when that happened.
Are you still in touch with Eric?
Yeah, we actually were up all night talking. Yeah.
Up all night talking?
Up all night talking.
What's
yeah.
new with Eric? I know he has a girlfriend, right?
Eric does have a girlfriend.
Have you met her?
Yeah, she's awesome. She's cool.
Yeah. What were you guys talking about?
Life. Can't tell you.
You can't tell me?
Can't tell you. It's
That's fair.
Me and Eric's business.
You and Eric's business. Are you guys still close with anyone else from your group?
Yeah, I mean, it's so weird. Everyone's so close,
Yeah.
It's like a huge bonding experience, but with me, I'm close with everyone, but me, Tyler, Eric are pretty tight. Tyler's my boy too, so yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Gabby had a big, exciting announcement recently that she has
Crazy.
a new person in her
Crazy,
life. Were you
right?
surprised by that?
I was.
Yeah.
She seems so happy though, so she seems really cool too.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm happy for her.
I imagine you and Gabby don't really keep in touch, but I don't know if many of the contestants and the leads do.
We talked a little bit after. She asked me how I was, and I asked her how she was, but everything's cool. I'm so happy for her.
And they crashed Paradise for a hot second,
They
Rachel
did,
and Gabby,
yeah.
so I guess you saw them then.
Yeah, I did.
Going on Paradise, pleasant experience? The filming of it?
Loved it.
Loved it.
Loved it. That's my element. The beach, I surfed, I drank, it was awesome.
Yeah.
You can't complain.
You can't complain.
You can't complain.
Until it ends.
Until you have to complain.
You got engaged on Paradise.
I did.
We know that.
Yeah.
It didn't last.
No.
It didn't.
Thank
Do you think getting engaged played a part in any of that? Because there is so much more pressure in the Neil Lane diamond of it all, the engagement of it all. A lot of couples in Paradise that are quote unquote successful kind of break up on the show and then get back together in real life. I feel like there's less pressure.
Yeah.
Do you think that played a part in it all, or no? Do you think it would have had the same fate if you didn't get engaged?
Probably the same. In my circumstance, probably the same fate. But yeah, it is a lot of pressure. It is a lot of pressure, but when you're there, you're so in that world, and it doesn't feel like pressure when you're there. It just feels right, and then it doesn't really happen until you leave, and you're like, oh, I'm engaged. Oh shit, let's figure this out.
I got to get their phone number. They got to meet my
Yeah,
parents.
that is so funny. Yeah, we had to write each other's numbers down at the hotel.
Yeah.
And then I got on the plane and I got a text and it was like, why haven't you texted me yet, fiance?
Oh God.
And I was like, shit, I forgot. I have your phone number. It's just so funny. It's just a different world.
It really is.
But it's cool. It's so cool. I enjoyed it.
So it is part of the genius of the show and the longevity of the franchise to kind of remove people from their normal surroundings. Everyone falls in love faster, potentially. What would you think? I'm pitching to, I don't know whoever's listening at ABC, a real life element to Paradise. So if you couple up halfway through, the way a lot of people do, you should have to spend a week off the beach and live in an apartment, kind of like Love is Blind style. I don't know if you've watched Love is Blind, but they make them go live together and go grocery shopping and talk about real life. And a lot of those relationships implode, and we kind of maybe get to where we'd get a little quicker.
Yeah.
Do you think that would ruin the show, or do you think it would actually make some long lasting connections?
Might ruin the show. Yeah.
Do you think you and Victoria would have made it off the beach if you had to do that?
I don't know. Probably. We were good for a little bit. We were good.
Yeah.
Until we weren't.
Until you weren't.
Until we weren't.
What was your biggest lesson from everything Paradise on? It's been a year now.
Yeah, it has been. I think I've matured so much. You grow so much. You really do. And it's not just a show. It's like a big, a weird therapy session in a way, and you talk about everything in life and what you want and how you want to be treated and how you want to treat others. And it's hard to pick out negatives. You really do walk away with some good.
Oh, wow. That's really
At least
positive.
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
Some people may have not, but I did.
So no regrets.
No regrets.
No regrets.
No regret.
Okay.
No.
That's nice to hear. I feel like you don't hear that much.
No regrets. No regrets whatsoever.
Overall, obviously, Victoria ended up with Greg. It was dramatic. Are you surprised they're still together?
Honestly, no. Like, she really liked him, and she still does. You know, she really did, and it took a lot for her to do whatever happened. So she seems super happy about it all, and you know, good. I'm happy she's happy. Was
the last time you spoke to either of them that after the final rose day? Or not after the rose, after Paradise or whatever it was called, Paradise Reunion?
That was the last time me and Victoria spoke. We had, after the reunion, we had talked for a little bit just about everything that went down, and that was it. We kind of went our own ways, and that's really it.
Approaching another season of Paradise.
Would I?
Yeah.
I thought about it.
Okay.
I really did. I thought hard about it. I was thinking about going. They just dropped the first.
Yeah, so
you guys know who's kind of there already.
Right. Rachel's there.
Yeah.
Imagine if you dated Rachel after picking Gabby on her season.
Start some. Actually, I don't know. Gabby's in a relationship.
Yeah.
So maybe she wouldn't care.
And I think Rachel at least goes on a date with Jordan, who was like the guy she sent home really early.
You saw them kissing.
Yeah,
right?
That's kind of a fun little plot twist. I feel like we've never seen that. We've never seen a lead date someone they broke up with on the beach. We've seen it happen on the show, Katie Thurston and John, but we haven't seen it happen on Paradise.
Crazy.
That is crazy.
This season of Paradise looks really good.
Do you have other friends that are there? That we saw. Did we see Tyler did we see his abs in the trailer? I think we saw his abs in the trailer.
About his abs in the trailer? Yeah.
I think his abs appeared in the trailer.
Abs.
Yeah.
Tyler is, I don't know what he does. It's crazy.
When it's approaching returning to Paradise season, does the group chat go off? Are we like, hey, who's going to Mexico? Who are we thinking? Did anyone watch last season? Are these girls worth it? Are they like avoid at all costs? Like, do you guys talk about it, or does everyone deal with their ABC business on their own?
Kind of on their own.
On their own?
Yeah, it's mixed. I mean, we do have a group chat, and we all kind of talk, and I know everyone's kind of. It's like everyone knows everyone in that world now. You know, once you're in that world, you kind of know everyone. So.
Is there a show that's non-dating related or dating related that you would ever go on?
I thought about that. You know what just came out was with the Tyler Cameron and...
Special Forces.
I want to do Special Forces.
Did you watch season 1?
No, I didn't, but I saw the commercial and I want to go on Special Forces.
It looks horrible.
I would kill it.
Hannah Brown won, so good for her. She outlasted all the athletes.
Really?
Yeah, she was iconic. It's like 8 days.
Special Forces, if you need me, please.
Fox, if you're listening.
I would tear that up.
Yeah, and the cast is so funny because it's always like a mix of past athletes who obviously maybe you'd think would be more inclined to, be able to do stuff like this.
All that stuff is mental, I feel
like. Yeah, reality. I think that's why Hannah did so well because she has been through mental warfare during all of her. She did Dancing with the Stars, which is like a mind game half the time, and physical. She did The Bachelorette. She was on The Bachelor, and she crushed. And now this season has Tyler Cameron, Nick Viall, but then like also like Blac, Chyna, and like Tara Reid. Like it's the most random people ever.
But it's so cool. I want to do it.
Yeah, you got to do that.
Yeah.
I think you
probably
could,
that though.
Okay. Or like an MTV's The Challenge kind of vibe, or is that too like personal too? Because that's also like kind of dating. Special Forces, there's no time for romance. You can't even like you have to like go to the bathroom next to each other.
I would maybe do another dating show, but I'm not like, I'm good right now. I'm kind of doing my thing and I feel good about it.
What is dating like post Bachelor world?
Kind of crazy.
People recognize you at the bar?
They do.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Does that make you say, go away, or are you like, okay, let's talk?
Personally, I like it. People are always like, I feel weird. Like, is this bothering you? It doesn't bother me because, I put myself out there, but I didn't realize how many people watch the show until you're out in public. And you're like running down the street, people take pictures of you, and you're like, this is crazy.
Every season is a little different, but Gabby and Rachel's season, your season definitely had like an uptick towards the end.
Yeah, at the end we did.
At the end. Yeah. And I think it was because of, there was things that everything was rumbling about what happened with Tino off camera and the fact that it was 2 endings.
It's true.
And what was going to happen, because this season just ended, and I'm happy for Charity, but I feel like I don't know how much longevity, not that the couple doesn't have longevity, but like the star power from it, but they're putting her on Dancing with the Stars, so.
Are they?
Yeah.
Really?
Good for her, yeah.
That's cool.
They also gave her a trip to Greece.
I'd also love to do Dance with the Stars, so. I'm a great dancer.
Yeah, you danced during the cocktail demo if anyone wants to go check that out.
I got rhythm.
Do you dance at the bar or strictly business?
No, I dance all the time. As soon as that music gets loud, I'm there.
What is the #1 song that they're playing at the Jersey Shore this summer? What have you heard nonstop? Dua Lipa, that Barbie movie song.
The Barbie?
Yeah.
See, ours is different. Ours is like an Italian,
Okay.
but like we turn into a nightclub.
Oh.
We have this DJ Luch.
DJ Luch.
DJ Luch from South Philly. I'm shouting DJ Luch out.
Oh my God.
And he
This is
plays
your
just
moment.
all the oldies, but they're so good. Like, you ever heard Last Dance?
Of course.
Last Dance.
Yeah.
That's
Last Chance for Romance?
Yes.
There you go.
Give me.
Oh,
a man
ABBA.
after me.
Yeah,
I've heard
ABBA's
them
the
all.
best.
Yeah, it's fun though. It's a good time.
That is fun.
Yeah.
I'm a Jersey Shore girly, but I'm in the like Seagirt, Manasquan, Spring
Yeah.
Lake part of
Yeah.
it, so I'm not quite as far down as you, but I
Yeah.
respect Jersey for sure. Is that where you're from?
Crazy scene. I was born in Scottsdale,
Okay.
and then I moved to Jersey when I was 6. And then
Okay.
from 6 to 14, 15, I moved to Florida. Or I lived there, and then I moved to Florida at 15.
Got it.
Yeah.
And now you're back in Jersey.
Back in Jersey till October.
Till October.
Yeah.
What's happening in October?
Moving back to Fort Lauderdale.
Oh,
Yeah.
for just because you were doing the summer to be with your grandpa and
Just
to-
spend time with my grandfather, work, see my friends, and then kind of enjoy the fall. It's really hot in Florida right now, so enjoy the season, September, October, and then I just signed my lease in Fort Lauderdale. So I'm moving to
Nice.
Fort Lauderdale October 15th.
I was on your Instagram this morning doing research as a journalist does, and was there a potential tattooed woman in a mirror behind you?
Maybe.
Who was that?
A little someone.
A little someone.
Yeah.
Okay, we're keeping it casual. We're not ready to launch. But that was in there on purpose or not on purpose,
That's
Johnny?
purpose. I put that in there.
You put that in
She
there?
deserves. Yeah, it's this person I've been seeing since it's kind of like been I don't know. It's kind of ongoing right now, and she's an amazing person, and we've been having so much fun together. But I just don't. I'm moving back to Florida, and it's very kind of tricky at the moment. You know, it's a weird thing, but I care for her a lot. So
Aw.
yeah, she's super cool.
Is that something also in...
You guys might meet her.
We might meet her?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's see how the rest of the summer shakes out.
Yeah, a couple more months here. So.
What are things you were looking for in a partner?
Oh,
And has
man.
it changed pre-Bachelorette Johnny and post-Bachelorette Bachelor in Paradise Johnny?
I don't know. I would like to say it has, but I don't know if it has.
Maybe you had a good answer to begin with and it didn't need to change.
Yeah, I don't know. What am I looking for? Just someone I can have fun with and connect with, and looks. I feel like I've always kind of dated for looks too, and I feel like that's kind of always got me in trouble in a way. But when I know like there's something there, or it's deeper than that, and I really care for you, and there's the friendship, and you got to be like my person, and I don't know. You just when you know, you know.
Yeah.
Someone who can take a little shit and dish it too. I love that.
Enjoy an espresso martini or two.
Enjoy an espresso martini, and just, I don't know, don't take anything too serious.
I have to go back to one question with Victoria because I did do my research as I do, and I remember listening to all of the interviews you guys did at the time, and you said something that was really interesting to me, which was your season of The Bachelorette airing affected things because it hadn't aired yet. You guys did Paradise, and then it was airing, and you were trying to navigate your new life with Victoria while also watching your connection with Gabby on screen, and that affected her. Yeah. And I've never really thought about that because they change the air date schedule all the time, so I don't know how often that does affect people. Yeah. But do you still think that was like part of it? Because that's so interesting to me.
I mean, there are so many moving factors, but yeah, I mean, you get engaged and then you go try to watch your fiance on TV with another girl, and it feels so present because the whole world is kind of, you go on Instagram, it's me and Gabby, it's not me and Victoria, and it just like, it rubbed me the wrong way too. I was like, yeah, I feel awful. I want you to know I care about you, but at the same time, you're watching me back and talk to Gabby, and you're like, well, you just said those things to me, and it's like, it definitely didn't help.
Didn't help. And it's interesting because, again, that doesn't happen that often to people that make it far enough where it matters, first of all, and then they go to Paradise where their storyline matters, and then they get engaged. So it was a whirlwind couple months for you.
Yeah, it was wild.
When you look back at that time, again, it's been a year.
Yeah.
What's the first thing that comes in your mind with that? Relief? Sadness, just it is what it is.
With the relationship?
Yeah, or just like, that time in your life of jumping from The Bachelorette to getting engaged to it ending to on such a public way.
It's just an experience. It's an experience. It was, like, it's an experience. It was amazing. It was sad, it was happy, it was everything, It was just a roller coaster, but like I said, no regrets. I enjoyed every second of it.
Are you going to tune in to watch your friends on Bachelor in Paradise season 9?
Yeah, it looks good. It looks really good.
It looks good.
Juicy.
It does.
Yeah.
Do you usually watch, or did you watch before? Did you watch after? Are you like?
No, I mean I watched our season. Then I watched a little bit of this season with Charity, but I mean now I'm kind of like in it, so
yeah,
you know,
it's too real.
And now my friends are in it, so I'm definitely gonna watch Paradise and see what happens.
What about the Golden Bachelor? Have you heard about Gary?
Crazy.
72-year-old pickleball stud.
I cannot. 72. That blows
72.
my mind.
He just turned 72 in the middle of filming.
I just saw like his interview about how his wife passed. And it was awful. I feel awful.
I know, but it's quite the story.
Crazy. He deserves it. He seems like a good guy.
He does seem like a good guy, and I think it's a wild concept that took them so long to cast because they had to get it right.
Yeah.
And in Bachelor World, you know, you hate to say it, but every once in a while, people have skeletons that come out of the closet, yada yada. With the Golden Bachelor Gary, we had to make sure we have to make sure he's pure. We can't have, you know, we can't have Golden Bachelor Gary in Scandal, which I don't think he will be.
We have skeletons in that closet. He's a little older.
He's lived a life.
Yeah, a few skeletons.
But he's got 2 daughters. He's got 2 granddaughters. Like I think it's gonna be good.
I do too. I wanted to sign my grandma up so bad for that.
Oh, yeah. Maybe next season.
Maybe next season.
Maybe down the line. I do think it would make sense for them to have Bachelor alums have their grandparents or their parents involved.
My grandma would be amazing on that show.
There's rumors that Matt James' mom is in the mix, but
I didn't hear that. But
not confirmed, so I'm just spreading gossip, but that's what we do.
That's what we do here.
All right, well, Johnny, thank you so much for joining me on Here for the Right Reasons, for making this cocktail with me.
I appreciate it.
Is there anything else that we should talk about that you've been up to?
Not much. Just here working, spending time with family, and trying to see where life takes me.
Awesome. Well, maybe it'll take you back to the beaches of paradise. Maybe it'll take you to
know.
Fox Special Forces in the Jordan Desert.
Please and thank you.
And then you can come promote that.
Yeah.
We'll manifest that for you.
Can we please? Can we put that out there?
We will. We will.
It's going to happen.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you.
I appreciate it. Thank you.